Hello and welcome to the Brigham Young University Family History Library webinar series. My name is Sean Firmich. I will be your host for this webinar today. Before we start, I just wanted to remind you of a couple things. Down at the bottom of your screen there are a few polls, primarily about different topics. If there's anything you'd like to enter for a topic you'd like to hear in the future, we'd love your input. Also, a reminder, our next webinar is going to be Wednesday, August 16th. At 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and that will be with Catherine Grant. She's covering a topic, Duplicates in Family Tree. It'll be a part 1 and part 2 series, the first at 3 p.m. and the second at 4 p.m. And also, a quick reminder, during this presentation today, if you do have any questions, just feel free to type them in the pod on the right of the presentation, and we'll make sure those get answered by the end. After Bob is finished. Speaking of, today we will be pleased to hear from Bob Taylor, who will be giving a presentation titled New Developments in the Family History Guide. Bob Taylor, CEO of the Family History Guide L3C, has been actively doing family history for over 25 years. He has combined his passion for genealogy with his background in instructional design to produce a new learning resource for family history, the Family History Guide. Bob earned a bachelor's degree from BYU and a master's from California State University, Los Angeles, both in music education. He has been a featured presenter at Roots Tech 2016, UVTAGG, and the BYU Family History Conference, in addition to numerous family history fairs in Utah. A career change led him to instructional design and technical writing, where he has worked for large technology. And Bob, we will go ahead and turn the time over to you for your wonderful presentation.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the webinar. And I'm really excited this evening to present some things that we've been waiting for quite a while. These are new developments in the Family History Guide. The Family History Guide has been online for just over 2 years, and today marks a milestone in our history, so we're excited about that. Here's what we will cover. I have a slideshow at the beginning, and then we will have a walkthrough of the actual website to cover other aspects. First of all, the news, and then accelerating our mission, about the beta, and walkthrough. So first of all, we are redesigning the homepage. And a note of explanation here, what you're seeing here is actually in a beta stage. So after the webinar this evening, if you tried to go out and look at the homepage, you wouldn't see what we are showing here. We will be uploading the files Friday morning. That's tomorrow morning, Friday, August 11th. So you'll be able to see them then. But here is a private look at what we have. You'll notice first off, in the upper section here, we've gotten rid of the big picture that we used to have, and we've consolidated the smaller links over on one side. Also, we have a group of favorites here about the Family History Guide for beginners, projects and research and training. We'll show you more about those in the walkthrough. And here it is, the partner pages. Up until this time, the Family History Guide has been pretty much focused around family search, as you know. And we felt it was an important step to take going forward to bring partner-specific pages into the Family History Guide. Here you see we have included Ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past. So that's the big news that we are putting forward this evening. And that actually helps us accelerate our mission in the Family History Guide. One of our mission statements is to greatly increase the number of people actively involved in family history worldwide. And in order to do that, we need to bring the Family History Guide to people who wouldn't normally be using Family Search. So these are users of Ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past, for example. And we feel this will be a giant step forward in meeting the objective of getting people actively involved in family history worldwide. We will use the same principles of instruction, projects, goals, choices, and so forth with these new partner pages as we do with the successful and popular family history guide for Family Search. A little bit about the beta. The new homepage that you just saw is going to be final, non-beta, tomorrow. The beta for the partner pages starts Friday, August 11th, 2017. And you'll notice that there are still a few rough spots that are being constructed, but by and large, most of the content for the partner pages is finished and there. The beta period will last approximately until November 15th. It may vary from that depending on the feedback that we get and other features and so forth. And speaking of feedback, feedback is welcome either through a content review page that I'll show you a little bit later on or via email. And now, time for the website walkthrough. All right, so you've seen this home page, and let me just demonstrate quickly a little bit of the changes that we've made about the Family History Guide. This now goes to a page that is more specific towards things that are in the Family History Guide, frequently asked questions about the projects, and so forth. So it is more Family History Guide focused and centric. I'm going to go back here to Home. For beginners, we have two areas in the Family History Guide that are focused towards beginners, and those are Computer Basics and Family History Basics. We've decided to put both of those in one For Beginners file and section to make it easy to find. So that change will be going forward here. Here you see the familiar Computer Basics, and scroll down a bit and you have your Family History Basics. Projects and research, basically that's your projects 1 through 9, family tree through countries and ethnic and so forth, and training is the same as before. So if we scroll down a little bit further, you notice this red sign here just to remind you that this section is in beta. And we can learn a little bit more about the beta by clicking here. This takes us to an extra page, and I would recommend you taking the time to read through this because it gives a pretty good explanation about what the beta is like, what's going to be happening, what the expectations are, and so forth, a little bit about the partner pages and feedback. Back to the, let's see, I've linked back to the actual live homepage here, so I'm going to skirt around that here really quickly. Okay. So, without further ado, let's move over to the Ancestry pages. All right, Project 1, getting started. You'll notice the familiar goals and choices as we scroll through with the steps, links, and so forth that you're familiar with there. And if I go over to the Projects menu, this is where you find the partner-specific pages. Something that I should explain is that the partner-specific pages are all project-oriented. They don't have to do with introduction or miscellaneous things. They're all about the projects. So here we see, and there's two ways that you would know that you're on an Ancestry page. One is the Ancestry logo up here, and whenever you're on an Ancestry page, you'll see Ancestry at the top. You would also see Family Search if you were on a Family Search type of a project. So here you have projects 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. We could go to project 2. Here's your family tree. Scroll through and you get an in-depth walkthrough of how to navigate your family tree in Ancestry step by step. Let's go to Project 4, Research. And this is a bit of a hybrid. You'll notice if you're familiar with Project 4 in the Family Search version that there is a Get Organized, Identify, Align, so on and so forth. These are the same content as in Family Search. It's when you get to here, to number 4, that you actually have ancestry-specific information. So this is a bit of a combination here. So you have Goal 4, Goal 5, and Goal 6 all have to do with ancestry content. So going back to the menu here, we've talked about the bold choices here in the menu have to do with the partner-specific pages. If you find one that is not bold, this would take us actually to the Family Search version. And you can see that here. So the way I'm going to get back to Ancestry is down at the bottom of each of these menus, you have options to switch to one of the partner pages here, Ancestry, MyHeritage, or Find My Past. Going back to Ancestry, here I go, I find them right at the beginning of the Ancestry partner pages. So that pretty much takes us through Ancestry. Obviously, there's a lot more content there, and we'll be adding and tweaking and refining as we go throughout the beta period. So next, let's switch over to MyHeritage. It's that easy to do. You'll see the goals up at the top, and you'll see this reminder here that you're on the MyHeritage territory. Over in the projects menu, you see the goals, the projects rather, that are partner specific to MyHeritage, and the way to link and switch between different projects there. So if I wanted to learn about navigating family tree in MyHeritage, it's as simple as clicking there, scrolling down, there are all the goals, choices, steps, and so forth. A couple differences that you might notice is that we don't yet have summaries and exercises for the partner pages. Those will be added later on during the beta. We do have summaries and exercises and tracker sheets, for example. All of those are available in the Family Search versions of the Family History Guide, but those will be added later for Ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past. Research, again, a hybrid type of a situation. Here's the project that happens to be more specific to MyHeritage. And let's switch over to Find My Past, the third of the 3 partners. Again, the projects and menu items and so forth are very similar. Click and you can find, and this number 3 here is also a bit of a hybrid. Add and manage media items is the goal that is different and distinct to Find My Past. Okay, so let's go back to the home page. And we go down to the learning paths again. Learning paths are what we like to refer to because the user needs to feel enabled to figure out how they want to learn family history. As you could tell, there are probably a lot of people out there who would be pretty enthusiastic about family history, but they want to pick their own platform and their own choice. Some people are not interested in Family Search, some are not interested in Ancestry, and so it goes. Just an interesting point. When we met with Family Search representatives a while back and discussed with them where we were going with the partner pages, that we would be bringing online some pages to help people learn how to use Ancestry, MyHeritage, Find My Past, and even other platforms and tools going forward. This isn't the end, of course. I didn't know exactly what to expect from Family Search, what their reaction might be. Let me tell you, the reaction was wonderful. I was actually even a bit surprised. They were very enthusiastic about the Family History Guide, developing these pages and sharing them. Their view is actually fairly similar to our view. we want as many people involved in family history as is possible. And our particular goal in the Family History Guide is to make their journey easier and more efficient and more enjoyable. I call those the 3 E's. So Family Search was very enthusiastic behind their support for the partner pages for Ancestry, MyHeritage, and Find My Past. And as you can tell, they've done a lot of work in setting up partner access, for example, for LDS users to be able to use these different tools for free, as well as making them available in family history centers so that you can go into any family history center that's run by Family Search and you can get free access to all these partner tools and the premium versions and so forth. So if you wanted to learn more about each of these platforms, you could click here, and here is the partner information. You can get videos and articles and so forth that tell you about each of the different platforms, what to do, how to use them, how to get started, and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to go back. This is one small bug of getting around here, but that will be resolved on Friday. Okay, so we have these different tools and a few notes at the end about what we're doing. Content reviews, let's talk about that for a minute. One of the ways that you can provide feedback, obviously, is through an email to us. We have a contact link on our website. But another way, which we've been using lately, which seems to be pretty popular and very efficient, is by doing content reviews. So if you click the content review link here at the bottom, you come to a page where you can open up a Google Docs page, and you can basically fill out the information here, and you can decide what type of partner pages you'd like to review. Would you like to do some reviews on Ancestry, MyHeritage, Find My Past, and so forth? And as you fill in the information and click Next, you will be able to specify which goals you want to review in which partner page. It's pretty cool, and then it sends us an automated spreadsheet with your comments, what you found, your suggestions, and so forth. So we would recommend using that, the content reviews link there for providing feedback. Okay, here's another thing that I should point out. In the introduction menu here, some of you may be familiar with this topics link. This is a very handy link, and we're making some minor modifications here. You'll notice at the top we see a general category, and it's alphabetized as before. But what we've done is we've taken all of the partner or family search specific items and we've grouped them into separate categories. So for instance, if you're here and you're looking at fan charts or whatever, you'll know that this is specific to family search rather than just being a general term. If I scroll down farther, I find ancestry terms. So this GEDCOM file topic would be different from this GEDCOM file topic because one would refer to MyHeritage, one would refer to Ancestry, and so forth. So we hope that by keeping these separate, you can find information that you're looking for that's specific to a particular partner without having to wade through the rest of the entries there. Okay, and one more thing to show is in training. And this has not actually, this improvement has not been started yet, but I'll just give you a heads up because I'm sure that many of you might be thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. This could be a wonderful way to shorten the training cycle for our partner software. So if you're interested in teaching courses on Ancestry, but suppose you don't want to develop and maintain your own PowerPoint slide decks and so forth, you can use the Family History Guide and the built-in projects, goals, and choices to be able to design your own curriculum very easily and very quickly, just as many instructors do with the family search items that they use for training. So when we go to the catalog here, you'll notice that these are still family search oriented, but what we're going to do is create separate categories here. We're going to have family search curriculum, ancestry curriculum, my heritage curriculum, find my past curriculum, so that you can go through and pick whatever goals would consist or constitute a mini class or a full-length class. Very easy plug and play, drop in, and you don't have to really present any extra materials. Your preparation would consist of going out to the website, studying what's there, going through the exercises, which of course we will provide as soon as we can in the beta period, and then you're pretty much ready to go. So we're excited about that. Not only is the Family History Guide a good individual learning tool, but it's a great teaching tool as well. Another thing that's under development will be the tracker. Some of you are familiar with the Word files for the tracker, and we also have an online tracker that you can log into and keep track of progress and rate other people's or your own status as far as what you've accomplished with the exercises. The partner pages will also have tracker forms and be entered into the online tracker as well. So that's another development that will be happening during the beta period, and we will keep you informed of that. Speaking of improvements, you know us, we're all about improving, and we will be enhancing and updating and streamlining the Family History Guide, especially with regard to these new partner pages as we go along. We'll be working on it clear through the beta period and even beyond. Our goal is to have something just amazing to show at Roots Tech, and I think we'll be well on our way to doing that. So thank you for attending today. This has been a relatively short webinar, but I think it's got tremendous possibilities. Be sure to share this webinar and share the news with others. Again, to remind you about the timing, tomorrow the files will be refreshed and updated so that you'll be able to see all of this new content in the live website. Tonight it will not be available. Tomorrow, as in Friday, August 11th, it will be. And then on Monday, we'll be sending out social media broadcasts and so forth to get the word around. But feel free after Friday to spread the word yourself and help other people know about what's going on with the Family History Guide, the newly designed homepage, and most importantly, the new partner pages that are available. Thank you. And I'll turn it back over to Sean.
All right. Well, if anyone has any questions, we have a question pod right here if you'd like to type those in. We'll wait for just a little bit, just in case anyone does. But if not, huge thanks to Bob for that presentation. That was some wonderful information, good things to know. We'll be uploading this webinar very shortly onto YouTube. So if you are subscribed to our YouTube page, you'll see that. Also, if that's a good way to rewatch it in case you'd like to watch it again or share it with friends and family. So unless there's any questions, I think we'll let you go. And one last thanks to Bob for that great presentation.
Thank you.